Jez here from nigezza.co.uk, and I'm here with another little Christmas project which would be a great present and also great on craft fairs. And here we have it, a little Snowman chocolate bar. Now I've seen on lots and lots of craft fair forums on Facebook that and also on videos that people use gloves to make the hat. I felt that a pair of gloves and a bar of chocolate makes it quite expensive and people might not want to buy it, so I wanted to find a sort of a cheaper option. And I did see, I watched videos, crafting videos to send me off to sleep. I know that sounds a bit wrong, doesn't it? But yeah. So I watched one where somebody was making one and they cut up a fleecy blanket. Can't remember who it is, so whoever you are, thank you for that fabulous idea. But I fell asleep and then I don't know, and my iPad's so old that finding the button for the history is like quite difficult. Anyway, so I bought a fleecy blanket, so it's massive, and I'm cutting it up so I can make I'll probably never have to buy another again. I'll be making these for forever. Okay, so yeah, it's got a nice little box here, got a little lip there, and inside we have a nice large bar of Galaxy. Now if you're watching in America, Australia, Germany, wherever, I don't know what chocolates you can buy, but in the UK we can buy these, and this measures 6.5 by 3.25-ish, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, it's about a quarter, and it's about ½ inch deep. Okay, so that gives you an idea of what will fit in, and we can usually around this time of year get these bars on offer for £1. So I'm going to make another one now. I think I got these in Home Bargains, B&M, one of our shopping outlet, out of town shopping places. I've got them both and they're next door to each other, so I go from one to the other and it's almost like seamless, like it's the same shop. So I get a bit muddled as to which one I buy from. There we go. You probably get them in both, to be fair, and then often, like, they're the things, aren't they, on the counter when you're in other shops, and they go, "Would you like some chocolate for £1?" They're upsales that they do. Okay, so piece of Whisper White. I don't know, I've waffled, don't I? And this is an 8 1/8 by an 8. 8 1/8 by 8. So long side, it's only an 1/8 longer, but it is the long side. We are going to score at half and 3 7/8 and 4 3/8 and 7 3/4. Okay, and then we're going to twizzle it around and we're going to score at half. Ooh. At 7 and 7.5. So it's going to be a fixed bottom but an open top. Okay. Put that away. I've got a little bit of a cold. There'll be a few videos coming out where I go, I've got a bit of a cold, because I set aside today for a filming day and I started with a cold yesterday, and I'm really annoyed because I was in the chemist, the pharmacy, on Friday. Was it Friday? No, it was Monday, and they had their sign up for flu jab, and I thought, oh, I ought to really have one of them. I'm on immunosuppressants, so I should have a flu jab. And I thought, oh, I didn't bother last year and I was all right. Yeah. and then I go and get a cold. Although I probably would have got this anyway, and then I'd have blamed the flu jab, and then I'd never had another. So there we go. Right. So we're going to cut this little square off here. I'm going to notch in slightly as I cut it off. And then we're going to notch out that way. And we're going to notch in there. But I might cut that one. Yeah, that's going to be the straight bit, because that's going to fold backwards, I think. I can't really think straight. My head feels a little bit like it's underwater. Do you know what I mean? I did think about doing these, sort of filming them with a bit of a voiceover. Never done that, but I did think I might do that because I feel a bit rubbish. Right, so I'm doing that. That's coming back. So I want that one over. So this one wants to be notched down. So we're going to cut all of this one off. We're keeping the side bits. I might get my big scissors for this bit. So that's going like that. We're going to cut that one off and a bit of a notch so it matches that one. And then we're going to cut down these two sides here. I prefer doing it this way. Cut that one. Cut that one. And notch in here. I feel like I made that look really complicated, and whilst I was doing it my head went to my bed, which is where I feel I should be, and I might just do that when I've done this actually. Right, so that is kind of where you go in with that. I didn't cut that very straight. Still didn't cut it very straight, to be honest. 1/2 inch circle punch to cut a little thumb hole there in the middle. And then I want to round those corners off. I knew I'd forgot something. Corner rounder. I don't think it's very straight, so we'll get a funny sort of corner. I'll do. Who's going to be looking at the corners when they've got a bar of chocolate with a snowman? They're really not, are they? So there we have it. And then that's right, so I want a bit of Tombow down there. And then I might bring the chocolate bar in. Fold those in, because it makes building the rest of the box a bit easier. And then we'll put that one down. So I sandwich my flaps. Not that you would actually be able to see down this one, but nevertheless. What I'm going to do, dab dab, and then a bit of glue on that one, fold it over, and that's the little box. So that's the basis of the box. Now you could just make a box like that and decorate it without it being a snowman, put some DSP on it, make it out of DSP, put a bit of ribbon round, but we're making a snowman. So snowman's hat. So I have cut, now when I did this one I folded the ends over so it looked like the turn up on a hat, but this one I've cut it at the edge of the blanket where it's got blanket stitching, and I thought, well, that could be the edge, so that's what I've done. So these are approximate because it's just like, I just like cut it really well there, as you can see. So this is, it was kind of 10.5, but it's more like 11 by about 7.5, and it's more like, I cut it shorter because I'm not turning it over. Okay, as you can see, it's not greatly straight. I might cut it a bit straighter now. I've put it down and can see. Cuts really well, this stuff's really simple. Doesn't matter that that's not particularly straight. Now, if I had a sewing machine that worked properly, I'd probably sew that up, but I haven't, so I'm not. So what I'm doing, I'm going to have that side on the outside, I think, this side on the inside. I'm going to use, I've got some brown liner tape. I tried this in practice, it did work. Tombow doesn't work. Colour All glue does work, which is what I did my original one with, but I ran out. So this one is stuck down with Colour All. Makes it a little bit hard, so if you don't like that, don't use that. Sewing would probably be the best thing. Don't have a sewing machine that's functioning properly at the moment. And then just peel this up. I've tried some tape, it's really hard to get it off, and sometimes it comes off really easily, and of course I'm on camera, so it's not going to come off easily, is it? Let's get my paper piercer. I think I did this once and I just thought, oh, that's not going to work. Then I tried it in practice and it did work. So it's going to do my head in now, isn't it? Fiddlesticks, as they say. There. Got it. Thank goodness for that. So there we go. Oh, I've just remembered the other one I turned over, so that's going to be a bit, it's going to be a bit too big. Oh, goodness me. Right, we'll have that turn over. So I've got a nice neat edge. I'm going to trim that down. Trim that down. So I say it's not an exact science. That was 9. Probably turned over about half. It's probably more like 9.5 than 10.5. Okay, and then we want that to stick over there, so we want a bit of glue down. Where's it gone? Yeah. It's another little strip down there for gluing on with. And I hope that this comes off a little bit better. Kind of what I did was I've left that little bit there overlapped, and I just got the bit of sticky that's exposed like so. That enables you to pull it off. Okay. There we have it. Stick that nicely in place there. That works. So we've got it about where we want it, I think. Let me just judge. Pull it up a little bit more. Like so. And then a little tie. So a cut, a strip there. That's about 1 1/4 by 10. So, well, it's more like 12 really, isn't it? By about 1 1/4. And then I just pulled it slightly because it's sort of stretchy. Give it a little bit of a stretch. Put it around there. And then just tied a sort of knot. Pulled it at 90 degrees to where I want it to be, and then it should sit like that quite nicely. Okay, and then these bits that are left, what I did was I cut straight strips down. So that bit doesn't actually matter about that sticking that way. I think now I'm remembering I only stuck half it. So I'm going to lob off that bit with the stickiness. You can, of course, use pair of gloves if you want. And then we've got it like so. The scarf it's about 24 inches, and it's about 1 3/4, 1.5 sort of wide. I folded it in half, put it round, put the end through, and then kind of pulled it a bit, and then I just cut up the ends to make it a little look like a scarf end, like so. And then it's a matter of doing the face. So I've got some nice large googly eyes. This one I stamped the nose. I can't remember. I think, oh I did, I used beautiful bouquet thing, didn't I? Let me find it. Let me find it. I've been using it loads. Yeah, I used that bit. from the Beautiful Bouquet to stamp that. But I'm going to use what I used for that, which is the smiley bit. It's like the Amazon smile, isn't it? So I'm going to cut one in black for his mouth. You could use, I've done it, this is pumpkin pie. I've done it on another project I did where I made a little snowman gift box, and I used the black gems that we had last year, the rhinestones, so it looks like bits of coal. So I'm going to snip the end off that and have it there so it looks like a carrot. Okay, so glue dots for the eyes. There we are, bit of Tombow for our little carrot nose. And you can see which one you like best. And then to finish him off, I got basic black marker, did little half circles at the corner of each mouth, and then I took a bit of Blushing Bride and a daubler, and of course I couldn't find the daubler that I used, so I'm just going to do another daubler, and then I just went round. That one's a little bit darker than that one, but it doesn't matter. There we go. So that is my little snowman chocolate bars. And I did get a bit carried away, and I had a little dairy milk and a little Hershey, and I kind of made a little family. Did the same thing, but with the little ones. I might bring you a tutorial with the measurements for those as well later. But for now, there you go. That's it. All ready to be sold on Saturday. Hope you like it. All the details will be on my blog, nigezza.co.uk. See you again soon. Bye-bye.